I think about it like this. People who hate their job still get up every day 9 to 5 and go work. And if you're doing music and you love music and you're not working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, then you're getting outworked by someone that doesn't even like what they do. If you like what they do, you should be doing it constantly.
About to see greatness today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got my boy Jeez Jodi.
What's up, YouTube world?
So, y'all not familiar with Jeez Jodi. He actually came up here, it was about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I did the song High Speed off of PTSD about a year ago now that song came out. How they got it to herbo. I sent it to this producer, Trademark, and then he sent it to DJ Victorious, who's herbo's touring DJ, producer. So that's how they got it. My routine, I make a sample pack once a week and I send it out to pretty much everybody I know.
Would you send them something that you think they want to hear, or would you send them something that's, okay, this is catchy?
That's a good question too, because I think a lot of producers, when they're like, oh, I need to make a pack for so-and-so, they immediately go to their Spotify and they listen to what their top song sounds like, and then they try to recreate that, depending on who the artist is, or depending on who the producer is. I mean, I make beats too. I'm a writer as well. I'd be in the studio with artists, vocally producing them, helping them with harmonies, play little keys. Definitely not just guitar. All genres, man. Trap, R&B, pop, anything, bro.
Like, you used to be in studio sessions and a studio musician, and you was always standby just in case somebody needed you. Besides just being able to play instruments, what was another thing you did that was beneficial in the studio?
Well, besides playing instruments, which is always huge, kind of being able to guide a vocalist, whether it's a rapper or singer, I'd say it's probably like the second most beneficial thing that I can do in the studio.
You can share your screen.
Get into the breakdown?
Yeah. He's gonna be dropping some knowledge as he's breaking down what he did to the melody and even just the way that he actually played the guitar.
So this is a session for it. Truth Hurts by Bellinger and Hitmaker. Here's what it sounds like, the sample. I started with this. Whenever I come up with the guitar chords, I always will double track it and put one completely to the left and put one completely to the right. It just gives it a stereo width. I noticed a lot of people when they record guitars, they just record the one and it's like right at the center. It sounds like too thin to me. So I'm doing a stereo spread. So if you listen to the first one, it's just the chords basically. The next one's the exact same thing. When they're panned, it's nice and wide. It's like a pretty simple R&B progression. If you can see, it's a 16-bar loop, where I think a lot of people, when they make loops, they're either 4 bars or 8 bars. And this one has like a chord switch up towards the end of it, and that just kind of keeps you guessing. Once you get around bar 12 right here, you'll be able to hear like a chord change. Right here.
What kind of guitar was you using?
It's a Martin acoustic. It's like the $500 version.
Did you record this in the studio?
I recorded at my home studio through a microphone. I think it's called the Warm Audio W87. Finding the sweet spot on the acoustic guitar on where to mic it is kind of huge.
Where exactly did you mic this one at?
It's kind of right around here, where the guitar neck like meets the body of the guitar is a really nice spot. If I strum it way back here, it has a much different sound than if I strum it way up here. I kind of just want to mess around with it. The finger trills and stuff, that gives it like that flair. And then I put this lick on top of it. And then with the other guitars. So that's kind of like the main part of the song. As far as effects on that, on the master channel, I put a de-esser on there. I guess I just thought it had too much high end, and then rolled off some low end. I'm assuming the producer's gonna put an 808 in there. So RC20 right on the master channel. I turn the noise off. I think that noise can be like a little too much sometimes. This fab filter limiter, just to tighten it all up, bring it together. This part's kind of like where I sauced it up a little bit. And I was like seeing in YouTube comments, people were like, oh, that violin's a vibe. I'm like, it's not a violin, it's actually a guitar. And basically, if I take all the plugins off, which is the original guitar lick, I pitched it up an octave, but then I put halftime on it. Halftime's gonna make it lower, and if I didn't pitch it up, it'd be too low. Then it might clash with the 808 or clash with whatever bass they want to use. and it just kind of makes it sound warped. This is like my favorite trick. I just keep mix at 100% on Valhalla, just create ethereal sound. If you look at the EQ, it's a simple procedure. You do the high pass filter, so just roll some of the low end off. These little peaks, kind of the most annoying frequencies in the guitar. That's definitely a tip. When you're mixing, find those ugly spots in the vocal, boost it so you can hear what frequencies are causing distortion, and then just like decrease them by a little bit. This is also like probably one of the best compressors ever. The 1176, great for vocals, great for guitars, like RC20. Because when you go to the stock preset, like it has some of the high end rolled off of it. I see a lot of people like never touch that. I let the low end stay cut. The Pultec EQ, bro, that's money right there. The UAD shit, to me, at least the 1176 and the Pultec, has a little bit more like a more aggressive sound. Right, so all together it sounds like this. When you make loops, you know, it's good to have two sections. I take one of the sections and put halftime on it, and that's my second section. He probably just took these 32 bars that I got right at the beginning and just looped them throughout the whole song. And then you have a verse and a chorus for the two sections. Bro, once I add the main chords and like another kind of melody on top of it, I just feel like anything else is gonna be overkill.
I know with Doppler, you gotta personally know somebody type stuff.
Definitely.
For somebody that doesn't have that type of connection, what would you say they should do?
I didn't have any studios to go to, and I didn't have the money to go pay for a studio either. If you're not DMing people on a daily basis, you're kind of fucking up. Especially if you're a loop maker or a sample maker. Producers respond, man. Like producers, bro, they want to work. If you don't have a studio to go to, social media is huge. My herbo placement was just off of Instagram DMs. I would wake up every day and I'd like make a goal, like DM 5 people today, try to get their email and start sending them loops. And then I just put them in my email list. From that point on, every week they get a sample pack. Keeps my name on their mind, and then the rest of the week I'm like working on beats.
You got producers that are loops and stuff, and it's like they emails be like Afghana 225739. I'd be like at gmail.com. I'd be like, bro, I don't know who you are. I had a specific email. So the email that I always send loops to, it says loops from TWiLL, because there's a lot of emails that say loops for so and so. You're gonna remember loops from TWiLL. Oh shoot, like let me just type in loops from TWiLL, and it's easy. And even for the subject, like I put loops from TWiLL dash R&B loops, virtual stuff like that.
If you don't have an email for your music, go ahead and create that like ASAP. You gotta establish yourself like a business. Get your email, get your Instagram looking clean, get all your handles lining up with each other. Everybody's got to understand, like, if you want to be in the music industry, it's a lifetime thing. A career is a career because you do it for your whole life.
Yeah, because if it was a job, that'll be your 9 to 5.
I think about it like this too. People who hate their job still get up every day 9 to 5 and go work. And if you're doing music and you love music and you're not working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, then you're getting outworked by someone that doesn't even like what they do. If you like what you do, you should be doing it in there every single day.
I ain't even thinking like that. I know I probably need to tell you about it. Some of my Patreon members, they actually sent some loops in, and they got right, brother.
All right, yeah, check it out.
Loops from Paleo.
That one immediately catches my ear the most. One, it's got the most instrumentation. When I hear something like that just sounds so worldly, Asian vibe with like the flute, which I feel like is kind of popping right now.
This is Tia. Oh shit, hey, you hear this?
Yeah, that one's hard. She sounds like she like.
Oh, it's a he. It's a he. It's a he. It's a he. Tia's a he.
He sounds like definitely knows shit about chord progressions. Like that had some nice chords on it. Finger picking sound. I don't know if he played that or if that's like a loop, but that sounded fire.
I just really had my Patreon send me loops and I put drums on it. I gotta finish it, but it definitely didn't sound like that when they first started. I'm proud of them.
All of those were honestly hard and definitely something that producers would cook up to. Send them out. That's the only advice I got for them.
It's a lot of producers that don't even like play guitar, but they just manage to just, and then they'll just figure it out and then just keep recording it over and over.
I sometimes like the way that guitar sounds when it's played by somebody that doesn't know how to play guitar. Like Nick Mira, he's able to hear the melody in his head and play it on the guitar, and like that is almost better than to like know every guitar trick in the book.
Somebody said, what is his major in college?
I went to school, University of North Texas, for jazz guitar. Jazz studies was the major with an emphasis in guitar. Decided I didn't really like that after 2 years. I was more creative. I like to make songs. I like to make beats, shit like that.
That's really it for the day. I had to just bring Jeez Jodi up here for a little bit, man, and just drop some gems.
I mean, I've been watching the producer grind shit forever, bro. So getting inspiration, getting knowledge, like I still do.
Like I said, I'm mainly doing everything through the whole Patreon. The next time I'm gonna go live tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern time. We are out.
Appreciate it.
And I'll catch y'all.
All right, bro.